Kevin Hart has built a career in comedy and celebrity roasts. His comedy cuts deep but never misses the target, and when celebrities try to challenge Kevin or step out of line with him, he loves shutting them down. From A-listers to athletes, Kevin never spares anybody and always manages to get the last laugh. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe to our channel for more epic Hollywood moments and funny scenes. The Fashion Police Awards. Let's start with one of my favorites, the infamous award show where Kevin declared himself the Fashion Sheriff of Hollywood. He started calling out celebrities live on the stage for their weird fashion choices. He began by targeting Floyd Mayweather's footwear. He said, "You're going to jail for those cowboy boots." Then he spotted Stephen Smith sitting there, and he said, "You're going to jail too, just because I said so." He called him out and sentenced him to jail just for the sake of fun. But he didn't stop there. He kept on going. He roasted everybody, even Trey Songz. "Stop taking your shirt off. You look like a beige greyhound." The crowd went crazy and started roaring. Even the celebs laughed at his jokes. Only Kevin can manage to roast celebrities that harshly and still get applause from everybody. Locking up Hollywood. We all enjoyed watching Kevin's fashion sheriff scene at the award show. During another award show, Kevin jokingly started announcing jail for celebs for their fashion crimes. He pointed at Rick Ross and said, "Velvet tracksuit? Jail." He spotted Neo there and said, "Take off that hat. Wait, keep it on." "Never mind." Then he saw Busta Rhymes. "What are you wearing, a brain?" Jesus Christ. Each insulting joke was faster and funnier than the last one. Hollywood celebrities were confused whether they should laugh or hide their outfits to avoid getting roasted. And that's the power of Kevin's comedy, that he can say what everyone else is only thinking and still find a way to get away with it. The eternal roast war. The bromance and friendship between our favorite Kevin and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is legendary, especially their never-ending roast war. Every time they both show up together, the fans buckle up for some comedy gold. During the press tours of the Jumanji movie, Kevin never missed any chance to roast Dwayne for his tall height, big muscles, or that famous eyebrow that we have all seen again and again. He once said, "Dwayne's thighs look like a Pilates instructor's, soft, smooth, and suspiciously moisturized." And when The Rock tried to get back on him, Kevin hit even harder. "You smell like protein powder and loneliness." He also roasted Dwayne for his famous eyebrow scene by saying this type of reaction comes from the people who get to suffer Dwayne's bad breath. He also said Dwayne's breath smells bad regularly. Dwayne also laughed at this point of view. Their back-and-forth banter is friendly, yet it never disappoints us. Kevin never let anybody disrespect him, not even Hollywood's biggest action star. When celebs tried and failed to clap back, throughout his career and his roasting scenes, we have seen many stars trying to get one over on Kevin with comebacks or jokes, but they all failed miserably. The Rock has tried many times by mocking his height, but Kevin always has something in his arsenal. He replied, "Yeah, but I can fit in a Ferrari without hitting my head." Once, Don Cheadle looked offended when Kevin amusingly reacted to his age, but Kevin instantly covered it up by cracking another joke like, "I said, damn, not you. There's a difference." No matter who is on the other side, Kevin always turns every awkward moment into viral comedy gold. When James Harden got beard checked, if any of you would think that an NBA star would be safe from Kevin's hard-hitting jokes, think again. At the Philadelphia 76ers game, James Harden was a bit off, missing shots left and right. So Kevin decided to take his shots and roast James Harden. He started with, "Do you know why you're off? Because you're in my city." As if this was not enough, he also added, "Your beard stinks and I hate you. I hate your calves. It's like you have got butt shots. And you know what happened as a result of that." James dropped 55 points that night. It was like pure revenge. And Kevin also admitted, "That's when I knew I messed up. I motivated a monster." But still, he managed to laugh it off on the TV by saying, "At least I made him play better. Philly needed that." He saved himself while also taking the credit for motivating James in the right direction. Roasting Kanye's fashion crimes. Kevin's roast is not only restricted to movie stars and NBA players. He also roasted people like Kanye West. When Kanye started showing up in masks that looked like they came straight out of horror movies, Kevin could not resist roasting him. He teamed up with Snoop Dogg during a comedy segment and made jokes about Kanye like, "Kanye walked in here looking like an 80 seconds bank robber in pantyhose and an Eddie Murphy jumpsuit." He also imitated Kanye's voice and style. "Yo, I'm just gonna go downstairs and go to bed, under the stadium I live in." It was brutal, but everyone found it really funny. Even Snoop Dogg lost it and started laughing like crazy. Kevin's humor isn't mean-spirited, it's the sharpest from observational comedy. He roasts the ridiculousness of celebrities and their life, while Kanye just gave him too much material. Taking on Snoop Dogg himself, we saw Kevin teaming up with Snoop Dogg for a roast of Kanye West. But in one incident, Snoop Dogg tried to roast Kevin Hart, which didn't end well. Kevin smashed Snoop Dogg like nothing. At a comedy special, Snoop Dogg opened with a brutal jab to Kevin. Kevin's from Philly, just like Bill Cosby. And just like Bill, women can't tell when Kevin's inside of them. This joke was really brutal, and it made the audience gasp. But Kevin knew how to handle this. He came back swinging with, "Snoop used to be called the dog because he was a dog with the ladies. Now he's called the dog because he sleeps all day in a sunspot on the living room floor." This comeback was so savage that even Snoop Dogg laughed along with the audience. Kevin proved again that he doesn't let anyone disrespect him, not even the legends. The Michael Jordan incident. Talking about legends, Kevin once dared to roast Michael Jordan. This is one of Kevin's most famous stories. He was hosting a charity event in Vegas, and he saw Michael sitting in the front row. He decided to do something adventurous and made a joke about Michael's outfit. He said, "Mike, what age do you get to when it's okay to wear your pants that high?" It was after this line that the whole crowd was frozen, and Michael was staring at Kevin. Kevin admitted, "I saw death in his eyes. That's when I knew I should stop, but I didn't." He went on and said, "That mustache looks like a fingerprint." This incident is a perfect example of Kevin's fearlessness. This shows how he is ready to risk everything just to make people laugh. If you enjoy watching such rare, funny moments, then do subscribe to our channel to watch more roast scenes of celebs. When Natasha Leggero got roasted beyond repair, roasting is like a superpower of Kevin. No other comedian can match him in this zone. During a roast segment, Kevin introduced comedian Natasha Leggero to the audience by listing her TV roles. He started with Reno 911 and said, "If you haven't seen her on Reno 911 as a drug addict, you might have seen her on Neighbors as a drug addict." This roast was savage and totally unexpected. It was so funny that even Natasha Leggero was laughing out loud, and her eyes got filled with tears. It is Kevin's specialty to roast people on their faces, and somehow make them thank him for the roasting. Every comedian should learn this secret trick from him. The Stephen A. Smith Showdown. Stephen A. Smith is widely known in Hollywood for being loud, confident, and verbose. These traits of Stephen make him a perfect target for Kevin to roast like a lamb. Kevin made jokes about Stephen, trying to prove that he is smart by using big and heavy words in the English language. He said, "Stephen uses big words he doesn't understand just to sound smart. I heard him say, 'You have no despicable timing.' Like, what does that even mean?" Then he did a mimicry of Stephen, which made the audience go crazy. He imitated him by saying, "Let me tell you something, Skip. I'm not going to talk about the severity of this man." This was not only funny for fans, but it also made Stephen laugh out loud. Later on, in another show, Kevin also roasted Stephen for his fashion sense. He cracked hilarious jokes about Stephen's mustache. He requested of Stephen, "Grow the rest of your mustache back, man. It looks like a math problem on your face." Nobody is safe from the hard-hitting jokes and sharp tongue of Kevin. He is so fearless that he can roast anyone, anywhere, without hesitation. Cenat's forehead fiasco. Sometimes Kevin just becomes ruthless. He doesn't let any roasting opportunities slip away easily. He joined Cenat, the streamer, for a live broadcast. Kevin immediately noticed Kai's forehead and wasn't willing to let Kai get away with it. He made Kai go mute by roasting his forehead. He looked at his forehead and said, "Start at your eyebrows. How many fingers before your hairline?" Kai got nervous, but he did start counting. Kevin interrupted him by adding, "5 fingers? Damn, bro, you got a whole landing strip up there." This joke alone was enough to make Kai speechless. But Kevin was not ready to stop there. He doubled down and said, "Why does it take you so long to finish a sentence? Spit it out. Are you stupid?" "No words needed here." Kai's face tells everything. He was feeling so embarrassed and humiliated, but in a positive and frank way. Roasting celeb egos with precision. We have seen him roasting the appearances of celebs several times, but he also has egos on his target list. At a celebrity gala, he said, "Hollywood is full of people who think they're God's gift to Earth. I'm just here to remind y'all still human, and some of y'all need lotion." He exposes absurdity and brings everyone back down to earth with his witty punchlines. His magic is that he knows how to call out people, but without being bitter. Every time someone tries to disrespect Kevin Hart, he flips it into a comedic victory. He's been interrupted, mocked, and underestimated, and still manages to dominate the moment, roasting himself and surviving Hollywood. One of the reasons why his roasts hit so hard and how he manages to get away is that he is not afraid to roast himself. He has cracked many jokes about his height, his scandals, and even about his own career. He often roasts himself, like, "I felt something hot behind me." They said, "What was that?" I said, "That's not gas, that's my career catching fire." This ability to take as much as he throws at others makes him so untouchable. He is self-aware, honest, and fearless. This is the perfect recipe for comedy that cuts deep, but never feels so cruel to make you cry. Kevin Hart isn't just another funny comedian. He is also fearless at the same time. He has roasted everybody without any hesitation, and still, he walks away loved by everyone in the room. That's why he is widely loved by fans, and Hollywood keeps inviting him back. If you enjoyed this collection of hilarious roasts, then do subscribe to our channel for more epic laughing moments.